evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, never running from a real fight. She is the one named Sailor Moon. She will never turn her back on a friend. She is always there to defend. She is the one on whom we depend. She is the one named Sailor Moon. Okay, let's move on. Hey everyone, I'm JimClassic and you are watching Geekin It. I hope everyone enjoyed that little video. Yeah, so I am doing a toy review of SH Figuarts Sailor Moon. I'm kind of surprised about this as well, because, I mean, you know, I'm not normally a Sailor Moon fan. However, you know what, when I saw this, I just couldn't resist picking it up. This was, I got this back, I've had this since March. I've had this since March, and back when Toys R Us was, you know, still a thing. I got this for like $20. It was on discount for like $50 or something like that. So, I went from $50 to $20. I bought Sailor Moon. You know, I do have fond memories of this anime series back in the 90s. I remember, at the very least, I watched the first season. But honestly, after like the little pink-haired girl showed up, I kind of stopped watching it, and I never really got back into it again. But I mean, I think I watched like the first season, maybe the second season of Sailor Moon, and it was entertaining for what it was. So I've got some fond memories of the anime, and why not? Dare I say, why not? So here we have Sailor Moon in her packaging. You know, SH Figuarts, we have the Bandai logo. I didn't realize they were maybe parent companies or one's licensed out to the other. I don't know. SH Figuarts does have a lot of licensing, so they're probably licensing off of Bandai, blah, blah, blah. We have 20th Anniversary Sailor Moon, so this is the 20th Anniversary edition. We have a nice product shot of the toy. We have open window right here of Sailor Moon doing her dead-up bump, I don't know. Scepter, we see a couple of faces, a couple of face swaps, see a few hands in there if you're really looking, which you're not. It's fine. Sailor Moon, Japanese characters. I don't know what that says. Oh, Toei Animation. Whoa, Toei Animation. Okay, so it's nice purples and gold and pastels. You know, very, very nice color palette, I guess. Top, you know, SH Figuarts. Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Crystal Season 3 Sailor Moon. I guess this is what she looked like in Season 3, which looks like she always looks, whatever. On the side, we have a nice little, you know, product shot of Sailor Moon in a pose. You know, oh, same pose there on the back, you know, her battle pose thing, whatever that is. You know, 3 separate faces, which all kind of look like the same face. And Scepter and Sailor Moon. Japanese characters. Warning! Choking hazard. Small parts. Not for children under 3 years old. SH Figuarts. Simple style and heroic action. Okay. On this side, we have her, you know, I will punish you, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's what, yeah. On behalf of the moon, I shall punish you, or something. Whatever it is that she did. Some of this stuff is starting to come back to me, which is weird. And again, Pretty Guardian, Sailor Moon, Crystal, Season 3, Sailor Moon, SH Figuarts, and she's like, oh, okay, so that's that. Let's get her out of the package and see what she's all about. Taking Sailor Moon out of the package, Serena comes with the figure, a display stand, armature and claw, a scepter, 5 switchable faces, and 16 alternate hands. Now, this is the deluxe version of the SH Figuarts Sailor Moon. At least I'm pretty sure it's a deluxe version. I got the vibe that it was a deluxe version. Then again, I don't see it anywhere on the package. Maybe because it's the 20th anniversary, as you may recall of there. Maybe it's because it's the 20th anniversary version of SH Figuarts Sailor Moon. She's got those extra things. That's my hunch, because I don't think your standard figure comes with that. I've got a few other SH Figuarts figures, not a lot, just a few, and they don't come with this much hands and faces and stuff. But so I would call this a deluxe version. There aren't a lot of paint details, but what there are is pretty good. Anything where you see metallic gold, it really does shine on through. I love the little the gold and red jewels in her hair, the brooch on her red ribbon. She's got a couple of gold earrings and the tiara, the gold on the shin boot, on the shins of the boots. The really nice metallic looking gold. And I really love her anime eyes. They are so well painted. It really looks nice. I really, really like it. But that's it for the most part when it comes to the paint apps. A lot of the plastic that you see is colored that way, with the exception of course, the highlights on the boots, the pink on the gloves, the stripes on her little sailor outfit thingy. A lot of it is just yellow plastic, white plastic, blue plastic, red plastic, skin-colored plastic, with some light paint details throughout the figure. It's minimal, but it works. So let's just get on to that articulation, shall we? Holding the figure, she has a ball-jointed head, which, ball-jointed heads tend to be pretty universal. She can tilt her head side to side. She can look down. She cannot look up. That is a bit of a drawback. She cannot look up, which kind of sucks. Her hair is, I believe, on a ball joint. It can, but it can pretty much just go side to side. It really can't go out all that much. So that, again, also sucks. We have nice ball joint shoulders. I think there's a double ball joint, one in the clavicle area and one in the shoulder. So we've got some good little back and forth shoulder motion right there. We have nice, I can't tell if it's a ball joint. It's not a ball joint. It's a universal joint in the arm, but it allows, for some elbow rotation. Obviously, really nice elbow bend. We have nice little universal hand joint here, which is good. We can rotate, we can just pivot, we can do all sorts of stuff. We do have not a waist pivot, but we have a upper body pivot. That just looks weird. But anyway, I believe it's a ball joint. I'm not gonna pop it off or anything, but I believe it's a ball joint. It's not. Oh my god! I just scalped Sailor Moon. Excuse me. Well, that took forever. Like 5 minutes. 5 minutes of searching for this piece. Which we'll get into that in a minute. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah, for some reason, yeah, okay, we have that universal upper torso ball joint right there. So, allows for, a little bit of an ab crunch, back, arch of the back. You can go side to side, so it's not bad. It's pretty universal, pretty good. No waist articulation at all. Nothing there. Mostly. Oh, God. Okay. I found the leg right away. Okay, so, leg joint does come out. Okay. Ball joint at the hips are a bit loose. Okay. We have a knee bend, which is actually really good. Okay. Knee bend, really good. No real thigh rotation, but thigh comes out. The other leg came off. Okay. So you can simulate Sailor Moon as an amputee. I don't know if that ever happened in the anime, but whatever. Not that I'm making fun of amputees, just dark sense of humor I have. Okay, so again, really nice knee bend. Okay, legs can go out that far. Let's not get, let's not get any silly ideas, everyone. Legs can go that far. Not bad. Focus on the legs. Nice little tilt bend right there. Pretty much can go all around. I just broke her leg. A little bit of tilt. So, pretty good. Pretty good in the feet. Pretty good in the feet. Really, only downside about those feet is that it's good. Good. And she's standing. I was going to say, impossible to have her stand, but then she did it right away, which is good. Which is good. Let's move on with this review. Hopefully without accidentally taking off limbs. So after all that, the range of motion on Sailor Moon is really good. She is capable of several dynamic poses. However, due to her tiny feet, she really needs that display stand for most of them. And that stand isn't the best. The stand itself and the armature are both solid. However, the claw which wraps around Sailor Moon's waist is a bit loose and unreliable, and it is going to be responsible for any instabilities you might encounter trying to pose her the way you want. And as I said, the articulation's pretty good. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe a joint or two might randomly pop off, but it's pretty good. My only issue is that her head can't tilt up. It can look down, it can tilt side to side, but it can't really look up. That's really my only complaint about that. What you really do have to watch out for, however, are the hands. As I said before, Sailor Moon has about 16 switchable hands. What you do is you pop off the fist, you put that right there for right now, and we're going to put this one right, okay, and right there, nope, and that right, nope, and that, oh, nope, apparently not. This is so much easier when I don't have a camera standing between me and the figure. However, I'm not doing it. I'm doing it over the table in case. Beautiful. Come on, Sailor Moon. You've been doing great. Standing up. Come on. You can do it. Take the little fist. Put the fist right down there. Okay. So, as you can see, swapping the hands out was a little bit of a chore. It does pop off easily. It won't give you too much of a problem popping it back on. Occasionally, the joint and the wrist area will kind of turn around and rotate around, and you're going to have your issues every once in a while. What you need to be careful of is not losing these tiny, tiny hands. Okay? Oh my God, no. Oh my God. Okay, not touching these for a while. What you need to be concerned about is not losing them, okay? Because it took me 5 minutes to find that piece of hair that came off of her bangs. Considering the fact it took me about 5 minutes to find the piece of hair that was attached, that was her bangs, finding those hands, which are going to be a little bit smaller, could take you a lot longer to locate, if ever, depending on how you dropped it. And so you really don't want to lose any of those hands. Not only are they different, not only these hands articulated different for each one of them, so you can simulate or recreate other classic poses. Really at the end of the day, probably one thing you don't want to recreate is the lightsaber duel between Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Just saying. So, a perfect example of what I was just talking about with the hands. I was getting my Sailor Moon figure ready for a pose. I was swapping the hands out. I had the plastic tray in my hand as I was putting the other hands back, and I flinched, or I had like my hand twitched or something, and they went scattering. And yeah, it looks like I've lost one of her hands. I think the left closed fist disappeared somewhere, and at the moment I'm having trouble finding it. So please, if you have this figure, or for that matter, any figure which has swappable hands, be careful, okay? Don't be like an idiot like me who had the damn thing in his hand and just went like, whoa, and that was all she wrote. As I stated earlier, Sailor Moon has 4 other alternate heads, totaling to 5 altogether. We have a slight smirk, deadpan face, mouth agape with the eyes looking to her right, mouth agape with her eyes looking straight ahead, and a mouth closed with sad eyes looking away. Now, they all look nice, but whenever I look back at Sailor Moon, Serena was always kind of a bit of a goofball. Where are her silly faces? Where's the panicked face? Where's, like, the eyes kind of, not bugging out, but the eyes wide and just like, just freaking out? You know, where are her sillier faces that, you know, anyone who watched Sailor Moon knows that is Serena more than the stoic face, you know, but I look at that as a bit of a missed opportunity. Alright, so for some quick comparisons, here we have SH Figuarts Chun-Li, which I really do like that figure. I should do a video of her one of these days. We have SH Figuarts Green Ranger. And just to change things up a little bit, here we have Star Wars The Black Series Jango Fett, who apparently is holding Chun-Li up at gunpoint now, but whatever. She can take care of herself. Oh, and I almost dropped something. And here we have Marvel Legends Rogue, who pretty much towers over everybody here, which is also okay. And so yeah, you know, just a little eclectic collection here. Not one of these guys are in the same toy line or even franchise together. But, yeah, just a little comparison for anyone. If you're like me, you hodgepodge your action figures together. But in conclusion, SH Figuarts Sailor Moon is a reasonably solid figure. Taking into account that, yeah, alright, her legs might pop off at the ball joint every once in a while, she does still hold together well. And this entire time I haven't needed to use a display stand for any of my live camera shots of her. So, you know, that's pretty good. She's pretty accurate to the anime model, and with all those hands, you can recreate many of the iconic poses and gestures that Sailor Moon is kind of famous for. So, yeah, if you find her, I would get her. Obviously, it's too late to get her at Toys R Us if you live in America, but I'm pretty sure you can find her out there somewhere on the internet, maybe even on Barnes & Noble or some other place like that. This pretty much wraps everything up for this toy review. You know, I'm kind of happy I finally got this one uploaded and out, because, I mean, for some reason this review took me like 2 weeks to get around to completing, and that just was way too long. But wait, I do have to do a toy review of Sailor Mercury next. However, most of the grunt work for editing that video is already done, so hopefully this won't take me another 2 weeks to review Sailor Mercury. I can just get that right out there and then move on to other things. Anyway, I'm JimClassic, and you've been watching Geekin' It.
Sailor She is the one named Sailor Moon. She is the one, Sailor Moon.